Hey everybody, so I'm gonna do a quick update here. It's been a while since I've posted anything. I've been at the Lemurian Life Expo, and it was phenomenal. It was absolutely phenomenal. I rolled in on Wednesday, I think. I didn't get to Shasta when I wanted to, but because of the community, I was able to get the gas money together to get up there, plus more than the gas money, which just showed me that that mini reading service that Bailey and I did together, and that I did on myself on my own too, really helped. And more of those will be coming specialized. That are going to be specialized versions. So we came up with new ideas, but the Lemurian Life Expo was amazing. I'm going to talk about it more over the next couple of days as I do videos. Different experiences we saw, and Bailey saw it too. Not just me. It was cool because she was able to see and experience what I was, but there were ETs there. Tons of Sasquatches, physical ETs walking around the show, fairies, all kinds of stuff. And her and I are going to do some joint posts to talk about those things. Now, one of the things I wanted to talk about was kind of how I left the show. So originally, uh, she flew in on Friday, I think Friday, and then drove up, got a car up to the show, and um, we hung out the whole weekend. She helped. It was amazing having somebody help me in that capacity. We just had a phenomenal time talking to everyone, working with the beings, the energies, all this. My workshop at Fairy Falls was phenomenal. There were ships there. There were like mermaid women and fairies, and to the point that the producer of the show, and I do have a moth in here if you see the light flashing. The producer of the show said they had never seen anything like it and made a point to say that during the workshop. And then after the workshop, people came up to me and said that it was the highlight of their experience at that event, which was crazy because I'm new and a lot of these people are veterans in the community that were speaking and stuff. So uh, it was phenomenal. And then Saturday, so the backup, and this is a health thing to kind of give you some more clarity, a health experience that we're going to talk about some of the healing techniques that we used in the future, but just to give you an update of where I'm at right now and why I kind of have been quiet. When I started going into Phoenix a month ago, Phoenix is 110 degrees every day right now, almost every day. And I have a car without AC in the current moment, and that's fine. It's been that way for years. But I started getting bladder infections and going into Phoenix, and I was like, I couldn't figure out why. I'd go out of Phoenix and I'd be fine. I'd go into Phoenix, I'd get bladder infections. I couldn't figure out why, what was going on. And they'd clear up, they'd go away. And here, what had happened, well, in here, when I was at the show, at the expo, I think Saturday, it started up again, but it was bad. It was like crazy bad. And what was interesting is Bailey and I had talked about her leaving Monday. She had a plane ticket Monday to leave. And we were like, well, what if you just rode back with me? Like, what if you rode back with me on the drive? I got you back to your shoot. She had a shoot to go to, and just had fun on the trip. And it would be nice for her, it's a 15-hour drive from Shasta to Phoenix, to have somebody to ride with because I was coming back to the area. And we had thought, or I had misunderstood and thought that the shoot was Friday. So I thought we had like a few days, we'd be able to go do a couple things, like go to the beach or something, divert the trip, kind of extend it. And she thought the shoot was Thursday. And then we woke up the one morning and we're like, oh shoot, you know, we both screwed up. It's Wednesday. And we went, oh, well, we had already canceled her flight. And so she had to drive back with me. Like there was no point. I had to leave. I had to leave early Monday, and we had to drive to get her to the shoot. So it kind of like was a spiritual weird miscommunication thing, but it was meant to be. And so Saturday, after that had all happened, I think that was Saturday anyway. Uh, I had a or yeah, I don't know. The time is weird for me. I had a flare up with the bladder infection, and we did what we knew to do. We got the foods to clear it, all that sort of thing. The thing is, it got worse. It got worse every day. Sunday, I did my Fairy Falls workshop. Nobody knew I was having trouble walking. I just sucked it up. I have a high pain tolerance. I've done stuff before in that scenario. And it was getting really bad. Sunday night was really bad. I was having trouble standing, walking, that sort of thing. And at some point Sunday, Bailey had done light language on me, and went out, did light language, and heard through her guides, because we were getting all kinds of new activations and energies and beings and all this other stuff. So did light language and heard that it was a kidney infection, not just a bladder infection, but a kidney infection. And we're like, oh crap. Um, and it's not a good thing to have, in that it was from too much of an acidic diet. Now, Monday, so that was Sunday, we tried to help do things to help it, that sort of thing. I hid it the whole time I was at the show. Nobody really knew. I mean, intuitives probably knew I was in pain. But we did our best to hide it because we didn't want energy thrown at it while we were, doing things. And then Monday, I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, why is this getting so bad? I've never had one this bad before. Like, I would get them on and off throughout the years, but never this intensity. It got to the point where when people entered the room, it intensified by like 1,000, and to the point where I was in so much pain, I couldn't stand up, and I was having trouble sitting and all of this. So the kind of world of events, or how order of events, we had been telling everybody, hey, we're leaving because of the shoot, because we had to get her back to her shoot, which is true. It was true. But then Monday we ended up taking off because of my pain and the kidney infection. And the whole thing was like, I would never have been able to drive back, um, or function without her able to drive me back. And so Spirit kind of helped set it up. And what was crazy is, towards the end, when I said I was leaving and people were like, oh, you're leaving, they knew, a lot of them knew we were going to head out a bit early, but they're like, oh, you're taking off now. They're like, what's going on? And they could see it in my face at that point. Like, they could see it and feel it. And I was like, I've got a kidney infection. It's really bad. Like, I can barely stand up and I'm struggling right now. And like, I was waddling like a penguin at that point. And what was funny is, I was telling our friend there, and she goes, oh, go talk to the producer's daughter. Um, and they have a tea for that. And we tracked them down. We got the tea. They never bring, she was like, we rarely bring this tea with us. It was like Spirit made them bring the tea. And so on the way back, we were able to use different things, which we'll talk about more in another video. But we were able to use different things, and I'm almost fully healed right now. Um, it got really bad on the way back. Uh, that Monday night as we drove and that sort of thing. And we had spirits show up to help us that we had met at the show. Two beautiful women, and just more. And it's a phenomenal story that Bailey and I will go into more detail about. But I wanted to just say, like, I'm in a healing mode right now. If you haven't heard from me, that's why. I'm going to be getting back in touch. I am okay. But we were able to heal like a super bad kidney infection pretty quickly. Love you all.